Yes, you can have that if you really want. It's already in your bag, cause you really, really want it. Think about it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Your thoughts create what you have, even if you didn't want it. Concentrate on the bad, then that's what you really want it. Focus on it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. I believe in attraction, bring into my life what I attracted. If I do not want it, I do the math and subtract it. From my thoughts, I don't think about things I don't want, cause you get what you think. A lesson I had to learn from getting what I don't want. Hearing lectures from my spirit is coming through as my thoughts. You should really pay attention because it is worth the cost. The concept is not a long shot, really more like a toss. This reality is flexible, bending to what you want. And your thoughts are the currency, spend it on what you want. You get to keep all the change and change your life with a thought. If that's what you really want, then think about what you want. Don't think about the obstacles, cause you could jump across. I understand that the pressure is something you can't avoid, and that monkey on your back is riding you like a horse. Just think about what you want, what you really, really want. Yes, you can have that if you really want. It's already in your bag, cause you really, really want it. Think about it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Your thoughts create what you have, even if you didn't want it. Concentrate on the bad, then that's what you really want it. Focus on it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Easier said than done though, I know it ain't that simple, but practice makes perfect. Just get in the gym mode, meditate, elevate to see where you wanna go. You may not use it now, take it down as a mental note. I promise that it won't hurt, it could only help. Training your thoughts, you can do it all by yourself. Life's a one-player game, you're playing all by yourself. And if your thoughts become reality, you created this for yourself. Imagine how you could excel, don't give it a try, you can't have fail. Taking your shot, just put the nail in the coffin. Now paying attention to your thoughts made you a prophet, and you getting everything you want because you thought it. Feels like magic when things happen like you thought it. Nobody hates when miracles happen to them too often. You call it a blessing, I say it's what you really wanted. You can have anything if you really, really want it. Yes, you can have that if you really want it. It's already in your bag, cause you really, really want it. Think about it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Your thoughts create what you have, even if you didn't want it. Concentrate on the bad, then that's what you really want it. Focus on it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Yes, you can have that if you really want. It's already in your bag, cause you really, really want it. Think about it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Your thoughts create what you have, even if you didn't want it. Concentrate on the bad, then that's what you really want it. Focus on it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it.
Boom. Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F, man. It's good to be back in here with y'all with my camera at for another day. We're going to do our motivation, jump right into it. And then we're going to go on to our Fun Fact Friday. Hope y'all can hear me clearly. I was over here messing with this, with the chat for both streams, so as I fix that, as we watch the motivation, I'm going to fix that in the background. Make sure I got it straight. Alright, other than that, let's go. I'm going to keep on doing what I've been doing. Motivation. That's it. Of course, I'm going to put on the stuff that we can watch and something unwatched. Alright, let's go with this one today.
This is the end. You're gonna lose everything. You won't come out of this. You're not smart enough. You're not bright enough. You don't have the money. You don't have the help. Those are kind of voices we all live with.
Because of our mental conditioning, we unconsciously build a case on why we can't do something. You can't do that. You don't have any college training. You can't do that. You don't have the money. You don't have the contacts. That inner conversation is what's going to haunt you to go back leading a life of mediocrity, leading a life of poverty. It's a natural inclination for us to put ourselves down. See, we are born negative, I think, in a negative consciousness because we live in a negative world.
Don't let this negative world get to you. Don't let it win.
Stop beating up on yourself. You do it. I know you do it. I've done it.
Life is serious, and you have to be serious about taking care of your mental state.
You know life is gonna happen. Life is gonna throw some serious blows, and they gonna hurt. But don't let it bother you. You have to learn to turn and look at every obstacle as an opportunity. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens to you that decides if you're gonna be successful or not.
Because I think a lot of times when you look back, it's the darkest moments where you realize, holy cow, that's what projected me forward.
Even in your darkest moments and your lowest points in your life, you have resilience, toughness, inner strength. I got news for you. It can help develop your faith, because if you believe hard enough, it is really faith. You just gotta transpose it into I hope this happened to I believe this can happen.
You got to find ways to increase your sense of self-appreciation, because if you don't, you're bombarded with negative stuff every day that beats you down, and you will find yourself unconsciously engaged in self-destructive behavior. If you don't program yourself, life will program you. So I'm saying learn to be your own booster. Start building yourself up. Start encouraging yourself. You've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be relentless. I don't care how many no's I encounter. You can't make a basket unless you shoot the ball. You can't hit a home run unless you take a swing at it. Most people won't even take a swing. Well, I probably won't make it anyhow. That's the conversation within. They probably won't give it to me anyhow. If you want something, you've got to be relentless. You've got to decide, I deserve this, and I'm going to have it. Turn a deaf ear to people that all they can do is talk about how negative things are because they have bought into the consciousness of the world. You don't know. You want something? You make up your mind. I'm not gonna live like a cringing animal. I don't care how many speeches I have to give, how many seminars I have to give. I know I ain't got the money, I know I don't have the education, but I ain't gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna do it. Begin to recondition your mind, to retrain your thinking. Listen to things that can empower you, that can enable you to create a new reality for yourself, and a new life for yourself. You might appear to be strange around most people, but you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. You ignore that inner voice and all of the external voices. Don't judge the possibilities for what you can do based upon the circumstances, because the circumstances won't determine who you are. You don't care anything about the odds. When the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. Start saying, I can do this. I can make this happen. Come on, man, get yourself together.
You can do this. You can handle this. This is not a big deal. This too shall pass.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. You've got your gifts, you've got your talents. Stay focused on what you're doing. Focus your energy. That kind of self-talk drives back those voices of negativity that we all have and opens you up to the possibilities of expanding your life. You've got to be willing to prepare yourself and do the best you can. Take your best shot. Start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it.
You're gonna have to run faster, you're gonna have to run further, and you're gonna have to jump higher. Reach inside for something else besides average or good, something great.
I don't care what happens to you in life, what type of negativity happens.
We all gonna take a L, but how are you going to respond?
Life is your classroom. It ain't failure if you learn from it.
You fail a class, get back up and try again. You lose a job, get back up and try again. You put all your money in investment, get back and try it again. If you start a business and it don't work, don't stop, don't quit. Fail forward. Learn from each and every one of your mistakes.
If you fall on your back so you can look up, because if you can look up, then you can get up. I need you to have heart, because there's some things you just can't get without perseverance. You gotta position yourself and stop doubting. Stop looking at what other people are getting and look at what they're doing. And if you start doing it, you'll start getting it. You don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life what you earn.
I stopped saying I gotta wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm gonna grind. I'm not waiting for life to happen to me. I'm going to strategize and make it happen. You're gonna go to the next level if you stop stopping every time it gets hard. If you stop complaining and you face the goal and you face the obstacle and you put your heart and your mind into doing whatever it takes to get it done, I promise you, it's gonna be the best year of your life.
To be honest, sometimes I actually have
We ain't did one of them. We ain't listened to one of them all week. Like, we've been kind of on a more chill, relaxed tip all week long. You see what I'm saying? And I think listening to it right now was pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm sitting here thinking, all right, it is some stuff standing in. Appreciate the sub, the gifted sub, Dan. Like nobody can see you sitting here on your phone. I think there is some stuff standing in my way, and I thought I was budgeting and managing my time as best I could, but I always look for those creases, you know what I'm saying, those folds and whatnot, and hey, I think I found a few, to be honest, and I'm going to work them out, add in what I got to add in, because everything that I have planned as far as coming up next has been going pretty good, and I'm just trying to see where I can squeeze just a little bit more in or out of it. You want to get the juice, get the rest of the juice out of it. Anyway. Alright. So today, let me make sure I'm saying this right, as always. Today we learning more. We learning more. So, Fun Fact Friday, we're going to keep the tradition going, alright? Fun Fact Friday is about the facts. I started off with my little fact book over there. I ain't reading my fact book every day or every Fun Fact Friday. But let's just run the list. Run the list. Facts. Ooh. Yeah, let's take this first one. I think we did this yesterday, but let's look at some that we didn't watch. Oh, we didn't watch this one.
I think most of us have a pretty good sense that the human body is an absolute marvel. So today, we're going to take a look at the cadavers throughout the lab to go...
Hold on, we started watching this one, didn't we? I don't want to watch that one now. Let's get something else. Okay. That's a quick two minute
Welcome
video.
to Curiosity Corner. The human body is an incredible machine, full of wonders you may never have known. Let's dive into some fascinating facts about what makes us truly extraordinary. Muscles have untapped power. In moments of extreme adrenaline, they can generate enough force to lift a car. Amazing, right? And did you know your bones, ounce for ounce, are stronger than steel? This hidden strength protects us every day. Then there's the heart, a true powerhouse. Even after damage, it keeps beating tirelessly, ensuring life continues. Our senses are a marvel of nature. Your nose can distinguish over 1 trillion scents, connecting you to memories and emotions. The human eye, it can perceive more than 10 million colors, painting a vivid and vibrant world. And your skin, it's incredibly sensitive, detecting the tiniest temperature changes to keep you safe. The human brain is a supercomputer like no other. It orchestrates our thoughts, feelings, and actions with precision. Did you know it generates enough energy to power a light bulb? Incredible. And here's the best part. It's constantly learning and evolving, proving it's never too late to grow. Your body is a self-repairing machine. From minor cuts to broken bones, it works tirelessly to heal itself. Your immune system is your personal army, fighting off bacteria and viruses to keep you healthy. And if that wasn't enough, your body adapts to its environment, thriving even in extreme conditions. Our bodies are masterpieces of evolution, shaped by millions of years into efficient, resilient machines. What's more, no two bodies are the same, making each of us one of a kind. So take a moment to appreciate your body. It's capable of amazing things. The human body truly is a marvel of nature. So take a moment to celebrate the extraordinary. Celebrate you. Want to learn more about the wonders of the world? Hit subscribe and stay curious. See you next time.
All right, appreciate that, bro. Hey, let's look at some facts about nature. Hey, appreciate the likes out there, Stacy. Oh, yeah. Hey, Zanita67, you are perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine. That was funny. That was so funny. I did not receive the link though. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. You don't know how that just made my day. I hope you heard that just now.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Can you imagine which vegetable is the oldest in the world? Peas hold the title of being the oldest known vegetable, with evidence of cultivation dating back to 9750 BCE. This small green legume has been an essential part of human diets for thousands of years, grown by ancient civilizations and valued in many cultures across the world.
Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure we can watch this. Man, I wish we could watch that one. We'll watch a little bit more of them. We'll watch a little.
Can you imagine which vegetable is the oldest in the world? Cultivation dating back to 9750 BCE. This small green legume has been an essential part of human diets for thousands of years, grown by ancient civilizations and valued in many cultures across the world. Peas aren't just a simple vegetable. They represent the enduring legacy of certain foods throughout human history. Who would have thought that the humble pea has accompanied humanity for so long? Who would have thought that some jellyfish can live forever? The jellyfish Turritopsis dohrnii can revert from its adult stage back to its juvenile stage, avoiding death. It can regenerate its cells and rejuvenate, making it practically immortal. Scientists are still studying this phenomenon, but the potential of this process opens up incredible possibilities for research into cell aging and regeneration. If humans had this ability, we could avoid many diseases and extend life expectancy. Imagine for a moment, frogs can freeze but not die. Have you ever wondered how nature copes with winter's cold? Some species of frogs have found an incredible way to survive the winter. They literally freeze but don't die. Their bodies produce a special antifreeze that prevents ice from damaging their cells. As soon as the temperature rises, these frogs simply thaw out and go on living as if nothing happened. This amazing mechanism is yet another testament to nature's incredible adaptation to harsh conditions. Did you know your keyboard is dirtier than a toilet seat? It sounds awful, but your keyboard can be a real breeding ground for germs. Studies have shown that keyboards often contain more bacteria than toilet seats. Dust, food crumbs, and microbes accumulate on the keys over time. That's why regularly cleaning your keyboard isn't just a good habit, it's an important hygiene measure. A keyboard cleaner and wet wipes are your best friends in the battle against germs. It turns out the world's smallest reptile is the size of a fingertip. The world's smallest reptile is the leaf chameleon, native to Madagascar. This tiny creature measures only 29 millimeters from nose to tail, smaller than a fingertip. Despite its minuscule size, male leaf chameleons boast bright green and orange patterns, while the females have elegant shades of brown and beige. Discovered in 2012, this remarkable species continues to amaze scientists with its tiny yet colorful existence.
See two more.
It's interesting that messages in bottles can travel for years across the sea. Sometimes bottles with messages thrown into the sea can float for years before reaching a shore. The longest recorded journey of such a message lasted about 133 years. During that time, the bottle traveled thousands of kilometers. These random journeys have inspired countless stories, and even in our
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Where vibe coding meets dress.
In our digital age, people continue to throw bottles into the ocean, hoping to connect with future generations. Did you know that?
All right. Now, only reason I'm leaving from it. The only reason I'm leaving from it is because I don't want to, just in case I'm copywriting. But I really wanted to see something like almost professional on the topic. I didn't just want to look at something random. All right, moving on. Let's see some facts about bicycles. Hey man, I don't write this stuff, I just do it. Facts about bicycles. Hold on. Y'all might want to go get y'all a bike or something, you know? Hold on, let me turn my camera. Camera, what you doing, man? What you doing to me? All right. So you got to know how to work this YouTube looking up, find the thing, the search. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see some interesting facts about New York.
One of the coolest things about living in here in New York is that you can use these called city bikes, and you can rent them, and you can be charged according to the duration you use them. They're so cool to ride. They have a QR code is here, and you can lock them, and it keeps track of time from the time you rent them until the time you return them, and you can be charged according to we call rent them. So we call these machines bike, rent them through it, and you can see.
We gave you a shot.
Phone, for example.
Let me see what else y'all got.
If you ride bikes enough, you've probably experienced hate from all kinds of miserable motorists. Folks honking, cussing out the window. I'm on the right side of the road with all the room.
You're on the wrong road.
You were on the wrong side of the yellow. I can't be on Decker Canyon. Take the
at the bottom of this hill, listen to it. And I'm not doing this.
Well, that sounds like you should be arrested for that. I got your plates. I once had a beer can thrown at me when I was off the front in a solo breakaway about to win a race. Good old Alabama. But there's no place like the internet where folks will get stuck behind a cyclist for 11 seconds and spend 30 minutes on Facebook complaining about it. Today, we're going to take those most common complaints that I've seen over the years and explain why they're wrong in a little cyclist myth-busting segment. My advocacy content, as always, is brought to you by Bike Legal. Bike Legal are attorneys specializing in injured cyclists. Every time a follower of mine has an incident with a car, they send me a note like, hey, who's that lawyer you've talked about? And I send them Bike Legal. A few months later, they send me a note, hey, thank you. Bike Legal was super helpful. We got things resolved, taken care of, and they're happy with the outcome. Bike Legal also has tons of great content. I had the idea for this video and Googled like top cycling myths, and the first thing that came up was Bike Legal's blog. So I've been writing this video in my head for many years, but I'm also kind of plagiarizing my own sponsor. Okay, let's get into the myths. Number one, cyclists should pay road tax. The argument is that cyclists don't belong on the road because we don't pay for the road maintenance and upkeep. They want us to pay the road tax. Well, this is a great myth because there's no such thing as road tax. Roads are paid for from all kinds of funds, including the vehicle registration tax, gasoline taxes. Obviously, bicycles don't pay those, except most bicyclists do have cars, so we're paying those fees anyway. Depending on where you live, roads are mostly funded through federal taxes, local taxes, sales tax, property tax. Given that cyclists are more likely to be local since we have less range, that property tax is a piece of the pie that certainly has us paying our fair share. When it comes to road maintenance, please explain to me how my 28C tires and 150-pound frame does as much damage as your 6,000-pound SUV, and let me go ahead and pay you my fair share of that one. There it is for you. Do you pay a road tax when you walk in the street? Do you pay a road tax when you leave your trash cans out on the street for 18 hours once a week? Well, that takes up more space than I do. So you can go ahead and knock it off with the road tax argument. Number 2, roads are built for cars. Roads have been around since the Roman Empire. Pretty sure they didn't have cars back then. In the early 1900s, pavement was introduced actually for cyclists to help them go faster. The only reason you think that roads are built for cars is because cars are heavier and bigger and go faster and have kind of just pushed everything out of the road. By that logic, if there's an older, slower person in front of you at the supermarket, do you scream and cuss and shove them out of your way? No, you wait your turn because they're a member of the public, and this is how we live in a civil society. Roads are built for the public to use, and in fact, because cyclists take up so little space on the road, it's been shown in studies worldwide that more cyclists equals less traffic congestion and reduced traffic jams, making your commute faster. That's right, the guy that you think is holding you up is actually making your trip shorter by not being another car that you're stuck behind. Number 3, you bikers should be on the sidewalk. Sidewalk has walk right in it. Sidewalks are for walking, they're for pedestrians. Right. Lots of times there's telephone poles, obstructions, foot traffic. You really don't want a bicycle flying up the sidewalk when you're walking out of the coffee shop. And in many places, it's actually illegal to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk. Number 4, bikes should be in the bike lane. If you think that bicyclists should be in the bike lane, we're actually in agreement, and you should advocate for more bike lanes and better bike lanes where you live. Believe me, bicycles would love to be in the bike lane, if a bike lane existed. I don't want to be anywhere near you speeding, texting, angry people in cars. The problem is that bike lanes often don't exist, and when they do, they can be insufficient. If there's a bike lane but you see a cyclist in the car lane, that's probably because something about the bike lane isn't working. For example, folks use them for parking, for trash cans, guest trucks with their hazards on. Often the bike lanes aren't maintained properly, they're full of sticks, potholes, someone pulling out of a driveway without looking, or opening their car door into the bike lane from where they're parked. You know what's worse than a bicycle in the car lane? A bicycle in the bike lane that then has to swerve into moving traffic because there's something obstructing its way or a car door opens in front of them. Number 6, bicycles break laws, you run red lights. The naughty cyclist is a great myth, when studies show that bicyclists and cars break laws at about the same rate. That depends on where the study was done and the availability of bike lanes there. Bicyclists are more likely to break the law when the bike lane isn't available. And that's not because they're naughty or they're entitled. Bicyclists often break the law because it's safer to do so. For example, if I'm at a
I'm sorry, but I cannot ride. I can't ride down that bike lane with them cars parked right there and some swing, and now I got pinched, crushed.
Next to a car, and the road ahead doesn't have a bike lane or enough space for both of us. When the light turns green, I'm now racing a car for limited space on the road. So if I see a gap in traffic, I might sneak through that red light just to claim my space on the road ahead. You might see cyclists running stop signs. Now, in some places, the Idaho stop is legal. It should be legal everywhere. The reason you might see cyclists running a stop sign is that bicycles take longer to get their momentum back. A bicyclist rolling through the stop sign without coming to a complete stop might not look great, but they're actually just trying to hold their momentum, which would keep traffic running more smoothly and efficiently. Another reason you might see cyclists breaking laws is that traffic sensors do not pick up bicycles. When you pull up to a left turn in your car, the light will sense that you're there and it'll eventually turn green. A cyclist could wait there all day and that light won't change. We have to run those, and in fact, it's legal to do so. And I recognize this is a whataboutism, but bicyclists, we might be more noticeable when we break the laws because there's fewer of us, you can see us more clearly. But take a look around you and you will see cars breaking the laws left and right. The car passes me on my bike. I'll be generous here and say that about a third of them are looking down at their phones instead of where they're going. And none of y'all are coming to a complete stop at that four-way stop sign. And let's go ahead and say the worst case scenario, a cyclist is behaving recklessly. Who is he endangering really other than himself? Anyway, the four-way stop could be its own video. It'd be 7 hours long, which is about how much time I've spent waving at cars when it's their turn, but they keep waving me to go because they want me to go ahead of them, and then they're gonna be stuck behind me. Like I said, it could be a 7-hour video. Let's not get into that right now. A law-breaking cyclist is annoying, I'll grant you that, but it's simply not as dangerous as a law-breaking motorist, and you can't compare those apples to apples. Number 7, cyclists should always ride single file. These laws vary based on where you are, but 39 states specifically allow cyclists to ride 2 abreast. Now this might be counterintuitive, but bear with me, this is gonna make sense. Usually when you see bicyclists riding 2 abreast, that's for higher visibility. Cars are more likely to see us in that situation. But since most roads are too narrow for cars to safely pass, we're actually doing it to make passing easier. If bicycles are single file, Cars will often try to squeeze past us when there really isn't room. The safe way to pass is to make sure no one's coming from the other side and drive around. Now, in that situation, what we want to do is minimize the amount of time that a car is driving in the opposing lane against traffic. And when bicycles are single file, they're actually doubling the amount of time that you have to be in that opposing lane. Now, granted, you can't squeeze through when cyclists are riding two abreast, but you shouldn't be doing that anyway. And overall, the path that you have to pass riding double file is now half the length, so it's safer for you to pass that way. Number 8, all you entitled men in tights just out there enjoying your hobby while I'm trying to get to work. To be fair, that is what I am, but technically it's my job. Many cyclists, and the point of cycling is transportation. It's to get from point A to point B. Tons of folks use their bicycles as a primary mode of transportation. Some folks, believe it or not, cannot afford a car. Does someone not have the right to access public roads because they can't afford a $10,000 car? Half of all trips in America are less than 6 miles. When you factor in traffic and parking, it's actually faster to ride a bicycle wherever you're going. Not to mention healthier, better for the environment, and much more fun. Try it sometime. You're taking up the whole road. I'm taking up the whole road? I'm 2 feet. You're the one trying to take up the whole road. This wouldn't even be a conversation.
All right, that was cool. So let's get a moment of silence and say a quick prayer for the cyclists out there, all right? Heavenly Father, we come to you and we say, thank you for your presence in our life. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Protect everybody out there that's traveling and moving. Sometimes we get stuck inside of our own personal self and our own personal way and our own personal sight and vision that we don't realize that there's other people moving all day long through it. So just give your grace and spread your grace and mercy as far and as wide as you can. In your magnificent name we pray. Amen and amen. Hey, all right, yeah, because I just be on this one, I just be really trying to give the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to grab at nothing with the different facts that we looking at right now. I'm just, hey, look, there's some facts. You feel what I'm saying? Some fun facts for y'all. All right. So, facts about medicine. About medicine.
It's like a do not disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes. Using science.
I asked 20 doctors from YouTube to give me one fun fact about the part of the body in which they are a specialist. I'll go first. My name is Dr. Mike. I'm a family medicine doctor, which means I am one of the only specialists qualified to treat most ailments and provide comprehensive health care for people of all ages. One fun fact is in 1953, general practitioners were estimated to be making between 20 and 30 home visits each day and seeing between 15 and 50 patients in their surgeries. We actually still oftentimes do home visits for patients who are bedbound or are otherwise unable to leave their homes.
I'm Dr. Danielle Jones, known online as Mama Dr. Jones, and I am an OBGYN physician. That means I specialize in pregnancy and gynecologic problems. So starting in the 1930s and continuing until the modern way we test for pregnancy was discovered well into the 1960s, testing for pregnancy included injecting human urine into a frog. If the frog laid eggs, you were pregnant. If it didn't, you weren't.
Hi, my name is Dr. Brian Suter, and I'm a non-surgical sports medicine doctor who focuses on treating orthopedic and musculoskeletal injury.
Hey, y'all, wait. Look, hey, wait. Now y'all see why we doing this? Now y'all see why we doing this? All right.
Athletes. Many of us have variations.
If it didn't, you weren't.
Hi, my name is Dr. Brian Suter, and I'm a non-surgical sports medicine doctor who focuses on treating orthopedic and musculoskeletal injuries in athletes. Many of us have variations in our anatomy, where one person might have a muscle or a tendon that somebody else doesn't. A common example is the palmaris longus. It's a muscle and tendon in your forearm that some people just don't have. You can check for yourself by bringing your thumb and your pinky together and flexing your wrist and looking for a tendon sticking out below the skin.
My name is Dr. John Patton, Doc JP3, and I'm a board-certified anesthesiologist
internist, and a regional anesthesia and acute pain medicine specialist. So fun fact, if you smoke marijuana or you drink alcohol, you may need more anesthesia to go to sleep, more anesthesia to stay asleep, and you also may need more pain medicines afterwards to have good pain control. So look, anesthesiologists, we're your friends. We're on your side, you're on your team here. So just tell us the truth and let us know if you smoke marijuana, if you drink alcohol, or you're taking edibles, or whatever it may be, anything that you could be doing. If we ask you questions, just tell us the truth, let us know. We're gonna find out one way or another.
My name is Dr. Anthony Yoon, and I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon. What part of your body is most sensitive to touch? Do you think it's your fingertips? Well, that's actually not true. The most sensitive part of your body to touch are your lips. Your lips are 100 times more sensitive than your fingertips.
My name is Dr. Michael Cellini, and I'm a dual board-certified diagnostic and interventional radiologist. One fun fact about my specialty is that I can actually use your own blood vessels as a highway to navigate wires and catheters to any organ in the body. I can pretty much get a needle or catheter anywhere in the body using ultrasound, X-ray, CT, and even MRI guidance.
I'm Dr. Curran, and I'm a general surgeon in the NHS. The male colon is about 8 to 10 centimeters shorter than the female colon, which means that the feces empties faster, which means on average, men tend to get less constipated than women.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Now here's where it gets even worse. You throw in some hormone fluctuations during periods, and you have period poops. Not fun.
Ew. My name is Dr. Sanjay Juneja. I am a hemonc specialist, which specializes in blood disorders and cancer. One of the craziest things that we don't appreciate, a bunch of ingrates, all of us, is that we are constantly beating and avoiding cancer. We have like 10,000 mutations a day as we age, and our immune system does a really good and underappreciated job of beating out those sketchy cells that could have otherwise become cancer.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Winters, also known as the Dentist on social media, and I am actually a dentist who specializes further to become an orthodontist, and we deal with moving teeth with braces and aligners. Fun fact, your teeth are actually the hardest part of your body, okay? They're harder than any bone or anything else in your body, but they're also the only part of your body that cannot repair itself, meaning that if you hurt them, they're hurt for life, so make sure to take care of those teeth.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Dr. Glockenflecken. I'm an ophthalmologist. It is possible to sneeze with your eyes open. It would take a lot of effort to do it because you have to overcome your own body's natural reflex to close your eyes. But it can be done.
I gotta sneeze.
And
I can't wait till the next time.
Your eyes will not pop out of your head.
Hello, my name is Dr. Austin Chang, and I'm a gastroenterologist, otherwise known as a GI specialist. One fun fact about the gut is that growling sound that your stomach makes when food, fluids, and gas pass through, there's a name for it. It's called borborygmi. And it's just kind of fun to say. Borborygmi.
My name is Dr. Dana Brands, and I'm a podiatrist, which is a foot and ankle surgeon. One fun health fact about our feet is that they contain 1/4 of the bones in the body. There's 26 bones per foot.
The best part about Russell Stover sugar-free candies: no sugar, great taste, guaranteed.
Y'all liking this? I like this. This is good. She didn't really eat that chocolate either.
On the go. Hello, my name is Rohin. I'm a consultant interventional cardiologist from the UK. The whole body, of course, depends on the heart for its blood supply, but the heart itself is the most oxygen-hungry tissue in the body. The heart squeezes and pumps blood to all the other organs, but it's actually when the heart relaxes that it receives its own blood supply, so it's the only organ to fill in what's called diastole when it's relaxed. Another reason that the heart is so unique.
Hi, I'm Rena Malik, a urologist and pelvic surgeon. I bet you didn't know that only 14% of women orgasm through penetrative sex alone. Most need some form of clitoral stimulation to achieve climax.
Hi everybody, this is Dr. Jessie Gold. I'm a psychiatrist, which means I look at the brain-body connection, or really, I'm a feelings specialist. Anxiety disorders are the most common disorders we see in psychiatry. I really like to explain it from an evolutionary perspective, meaning anxiety has a purpose for us and always did. It helped us predict threat and run from a threat. The problem in anxiety disorders is we always see threats or always think they're coming, and so we never get out of fight or flight mode. And that's when it becomes a disorder, because it's interfering with your day-to-day life and you're scared or predicting threats everywhere.
Hello, my name's Ed Hope. I'm an NHS doctor working over in the UK in the emergency department, or as you may know it as the emergency room. Something that you may not know about emergency medicine is the term shock. It's not just the reaction to finding out your dad is on OnlyFans. In medicine, it means a life-threatening collapse of your circulatory system. So for that reason, it's sure to get emergency doctors' pulses racing, and it will get your pulse racing too, because that's the way your body compensates for a low blood pressure.
Hey, my name is Dr. Alok Patel. I'm a pediatrician, specifically a pediatric hospitalist. So I take care of babies, kids, and teens who have been hospitalized for a variety of different reasons. In the first few years of life, over 1 million new neural connections are made every second. That is wild. And exactly why sight, touch, sound, real-world experiences are so important for young babies.
Hey guys, I am Dr. Shireen Idris, a board-certified dermatologist. One fun fact about cosmetic dermatology is that it is literally the marriage of art and science, and not to be underestimated, because over time, if it's taken too far, it can really have psychological impacts on somebody. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of the person's mental well-being, their aesthetic well-being, and the artistic outcome is perfection.
Hi, my name is Dr. Antonio Webb. I'm a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon here in San Antonio, Texas. One interesting fact about spine surgery or about the spine and also the brain is that there are billions of neurons, which are connections between certain parts of your body. And these connections are signals that are from your brain to your spinal cord and to your muscles that allow you to move, walk around, part of your digestive system.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Dr. Cedric James Franklin Rutland, and I'm a pulmonary critical care specialist, which means I focus on diseases of the lung, and I take care of individuals who are admitted to the intensive care unit. So your lungs are directly related to what you breathe in. So if you live near a freeway, or if you live in an area that's heavily polluted, your lungs are probably chronically inflamed. If you smoke, if you vape, if you smoke marijuana, your lungs are likely chronically inflamed.
Click here to learn how I gained 10 million subscribers and maybe pick up some YouTube tips for yourself. Huge.
That's my guy. They're my people right there. I hope that y'all needed that, liked that, and enjoyed that in itself. Let's look at some more. Let's keep it rolling. We ain't stopping there. We still got like 15 minutes left to go. So y'all just hold on tight. Facts about quantum computers. Let's see. 'Cause I couldn't tell you about it. Y'all need to find out about it, but I can't tell you about it. I think we can watch this one.
You're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44.
That's my guy.
Intelligent way to launch.
A quantum computer is an advanced computer that uses the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations at speeds unattainable by even the top supercomputers of the modern world. To understand how a quantum computer works, imagine that you're playing a game of chess and want to predict all the possible moves your opponent might make. You can do this with a classical or regular computer. It will go through each move of your opponent one at a time until it runs through all possible moves. This process, as you can imagine, can be time-consuming. However, if you had a quantum computer, it would simulate all possible moves of your opponent at once, in a fraction of the time the classical computer took. This is similar to what a quantum computer can do in the realm of analysis and computation. A quantum computer and a classical computer are similar in some ways. Both have circuits, chips, and logic gates to process information, and they are both operated by algorithms. However, the primary difference lies in how they process information. Classical computers use binary bits, zeros and ones, representing the on or off state of a current. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use qubits, which can exist in both states simultaneously, a property known as superposition. This unique ability of qubits opens up a world of possibilities, allowing quantum computers to process information in a fundamentally different way than binary bits, and potentially revolutionize the future of technology. Let's consider the concept of superposition using an everyday example. When you flip a coin, it can show either heads or tails. But when the coin is spinning in the air, what state would you say the coin is in? Is it heads or is it tails? While it's spinning in the air, it could be argued that it's both heads and tails, correct? Similarly, A qubit can exist in both the 0 and 1 states simultaneously. In a quantum computer, a system of multiple qubits can simultaneously possess multiple states, allowing the quantum computer to process many solutions simultaneously, something a classical computer simply cannot do. This capability enables quantum computers to solve problems much faster than classical computers. The magic of quantum computers doesn't end with qubits and their multiple states. These multiple states of multiple qubits can be linked to each other, or in the language of quantum mechanics, they are entangled with each other. Entangled qubits work in a way that the operations of one qubit can influence other qubits, no matter how far apart they are, and can also influence the entire system. This allows for significantly higher computational power, something that classical computers cannot achieve. Entangled qubits function seamlessly due to a phenomenon called quantum entanglement. We have already made a dedicated video on quantum entanglement, and the link is in the description. Additionally, a quantum computer looks nothing like your regular computer or laptop. When you walk into a room housing a quantum computer, what you'll most likely notice first is large, complex-looking machinery, much like a chandelier, with golden, silver, and blue parts. Around it is a maze of wires, tubes, and other intricate components. The setup looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. Quantum computers have been in existence in various forms for several years. In fact, some tech companies already possess operational quantum computers that serve as valuable resources for software development and programming languages. The most significant advancement in quantum computing in recent years occurred in October of 2019, when Google asserted that it had achieved quantum supremacy with its quantum computer. This entailed using their specialized Sycamore processor to perform a specific type of computation much faster and more efficiently than the most powerful classical supercomputer. This demonstration of quantum supremacy validated the concept that quantum computers can indeed surpass classical computers in specific tasks by leaps and bounds, and can execute operations that classical computers cannot. This progress also prompted other companies, such as Microsoft, IBM, and several startups, to intensify their quantum research in pursuit of even greater results. Once the full potential of quantum computers is realized, it will herald a world of truly unimaginable possibilities. Quantum computers have immense computational capabilities that will greatly enhance artificial intelligence. Quantum cloud computing services have the potential to revolutionize machine learning by processing extensive amounts of data and complex calculations at unprecedented speeds. In cybersecurity, quantum computers could uphold data encryption during active use, providing robust protection. They are also poised to revolutionize medical and drug research, weather forecasting, and automobile battery technology. While it will take many years before quantum computers become mainstream and see large-scale commercial use, it doesn't seem like an exaggeration to say that quantum computers will eventually be powerful enough to not only solve complex problems, but also help you find your missing socks, predict the outcome of your next dinner date, and maybe even explain why you walked into the kitchen only to forget why you were there in the first place.
That's my guy.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet.
That commercial was so funny. All right. So I picked that topic right there because if you look at anybody that's in their 20s and above right now, you came from a speed of like maybe slow is the word I would say. It's gotten faster, but pretty much everything is still at a moderate pace. You know, you don't what's a good example I can give you? Well, stuff's starting to speed up for real. Like, I would spend hours making graphics, making songs, writing songs, and now all of that stuff can be done within a blink of an eye. So I wanted to show y'all some facts about how it's being done. And the quantum computing is one of the ways that it's being done. All right. They told you how it worked. Don't ask me. tell you a little bit. All right, now let's get the best one of them all to end the day. Facts about animals, of course. I could have did food, but y'all gonna just make me hungry, so I ain't gonna do facts about food. I'm gonna do facts about animals. And let's get one that we can watch, because I don't want to get the copyright on me.
Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to tell you about some weird animal facts you probably don't know. Let's start with some interesting things you may not have known about polar bears.
Hope you're having a good day.
Did you know polar bears are the largest land carnivores on Earth, with males weighing up to 1,500 pounds and females weighing up to 1,000 pounds? They are native to the Arctic regions of North America, Europe, and Russia, and are adapted to live in a cold, icy environment. You will not find them South Pole. Unlike other bears, polar bears are almost entirely carnivorous, with seals making up the majority of their diet. Despite their thick white fur, polar bears do not have a layer of fat under their skin like other bears. Instead, they have a dense, insulating coat of fur that helps keep them warm. Their skin is actually black. It helps to absorb heat from the sun. The fur only appears white because it is transparent. Did you know? Scientists can extract polar bear DNA from just their footprints. No?
What?
Skin is actually black. It helps to absorb heat from the sun. The fur is actually black. Fat under their skin like other bears. Instead, they have a dense, insulating coat of fur that helps keep them warm. Their skin is actually black. It helps to absorb heat from the sun. The fur only appears white because it is transparent. Did you know? Scientists can extract polar bear DNA from just their footprints. Looking at Antarctica,
DNA from their footprints. That's right, Snick. Hey, look, when you get home.
Find the genta penguins are a type of penguin native to Antarctica and the subantarctic islands. Male genta penguins court females by presenting them with pebbles, which the females then place in their nests to accept the male as their mate. Something that most people wonder about, you know, late at night while you are supposed to be sleeping. Do penguins have knees? The answer is yes. Despite their stiff-legged strides, all penguins have knees. Their dense feathers and long torsos hide surprisingly long legs. Next, we take a look at moths. Moths are closely related to butterflies. They do not have a traditional stomach for storing food, but rather have a midgut where digestion occurs in a sac-like structure called the crop. Moths only live for a short period of time, typically just long enough to mate and lay eggs, and do not need a stomach to store food. Silk moths in particular do not even have working mouth parts, as their lifespan is so short they do not eat as adults. Looking at honeybees, they are social insects living in colonies and are known for their ability to produce honey. But did you know they have two stomachs? One for digestion and one for storing nectar to be turned into honey. Honeybees collect nectar from flowers using their proboscis, a long, tube-like structure for sucking up liquids.
But if you go over to Twitch,
Moving deeper into the ocean, take a look at the inner workings of an octopus. Octopuses have 9 brains because, in addition to the central brain, each of the 8 arms has a mini brain that allows them to act independently and explore more efficiently with their arms. In addition to having 9 brains, they also have 3 hearts, 2 pump blood to the gills, and a third, larger heart circulates blood to the rest of the body. Lastly, octopuses have blue blood because they have adapted to cold, low-oxygen water by using hemocyanin, a copper-rich protein. Now let's look up at the sky. Hummingbirds are small birds known for their ability to fly at high speeds and hover in midair. They have extremely weak legs that are not capable of supporting their weight for walking. However, they are able to hop or shuffle sideways to move short distances. On to our furry flying friends, bats. They are the only mammals capable of sustained flight. They are found on every continent except Antarctica and are one of the most diverse groups of mammals, with over 1,400 known species. There is a misconception that bats are blind. However, this is untrue. They just do not have the best vision because they do not need it, as bats are nocturnal animals and rely on echolocation to navigate and locate prey in the dark. They emit high-pitched sounds that bounce off objects in their environment and listen for the echoes to determine the location, size, and shape of the objects. Did you know that bats play important ecological roles, including pollinating flowers, dispersing seeds, and controlling insect populations? Some species of bats are known to eat over their body weight in insects each night. Thank you for watching our channel and learning about these amazing animals. We hope you have enjoyed these unusual and fascinating facts and have learned something new about the world around us. Remember, animals play an important role in our lives, and it is up to us to protect and conserve them for future generations. If you are interested in learning more about animals, be sure to check out our other videos and like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
On top of what she was saying, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all wanted to hear what she was saying, but I think that was very, very interesting. So I'm glad we ended on the facts about animals. I just wanted us to learn more today. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do none of that. Just straight up learn more about anything that I had typed in today. We got quantum computers, animals, and whatever else facts that we looked at. If y'all want to look at any of these videos, go back to the DGTA YouTube page. I'm going to throw this one. Hold on. I'm going to make sure I save this one.
And welcome to our...
Because I saved them to a playlist that you can go and you can go look at. You can look at yourself. All right. So, this has been another great episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. Another good week. I will see y'all. I can't co-host right now. I will see y'all. If you in the Discord, you're going to know if I'm going to see y'all next week or not. We do have the Hogwarts Legacy stream coming up. I do have to get ready for that, but I liked it here this week. And I don't think I can go without y'all next week. So we're going to see what we do. All right. We're going to make it do what it do. So don't leave before the song is over. Like I always say, TikTok, you know, I'm going to kick y'all out of here before the song over anyway. But don't leave before the song is over. It's already right there at the top of the list. I seen it. Y'all know what time it is.
Hello and welcome to our channel.
Floor. I like the way the beat play in the background as I'm getting up out of here. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. And you know what time it is, sir. I'll say it along with me now. You ready? This is DGTA TV. Peace. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and all them notification buttons, because you want to be in here when I'm doing this. Right? You want to be able to learn. You want to be able to take it down a little notepad. You feel me? This is DGTA TV.
I got my baby want me dancing, we putting the rug. Potentially we could be growing till the morning sun up. I ain't gonna lie, you got me stuck in position of love. The way you pop it like a drop it, and you're moving your butt. I'm in a daze, can't even count up all the ways. Trying to focus and maintain. But baby, you got me, and I got you. Dancing like soul train, busting the moon, cutting the rug till the music for loose. All that I think about is dancing with you. It's something about your body. And the things that you're hypnotic. And dancing in this party. And the way that you move. I wanna hit this party and dance with you. And I think about you. And the way that you move. There's something about your body when I dance with you. Yo, I need my baby when I go out late on a good day. When I look at you, I think your dancing flow like a great lake. We move and sing together. iTunes flowing right with the music whenever we move. Pick it up, drop it. You got me stuck like I'm stopping. I'm picking it up. I feel your vibes hypnotic. I'm hypnotized. This party made me realize. Start along when we vibe. Your body is dynamite. I'm having such a good time. I like your urgency when you be flirting with me. You make me feel like I'm gliding. I don't need no parachute. I'm falling for you. I believe the dance will change the mood. Let's see what this party gonna do. The way you making me feel, it's like my dreams become real. I'm loving the way you take me down. I can't control this. It's still no. I hit the dance floor. floor, grab your body and dip low, lose control when we out in the dance mode. Yeah, and with it too, yeah. Come on, I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you, come on, and the way that you, and the way that you, there's something about your body when I dance with you. When I think about you, come on, and the way that you move, I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you and the way that you groove, there's something about your body when I dance with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you move, dance with you. When you groove, I hit the dance floor, grab your body and dip low, lose control when I think about you and the way that you move, I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you